Hello everyone, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to create a children's book that you can sell on KDP with the help of Canva. First things first, you're going to want to set up the measurement for your children's book. So there are a lot of selections for KDP children's book, but the one that I'm going to be using today is going to be 8.5 by 8.5, which means that I will have a square form for my book. And before I start designing my book or creating my book, I want to go ahead and check the calculation or the measurement for my cover on Amazon KDP cover calculator. Now this part is actually not really necessary if you're not going to sell your book in the form of physic. In case you want to sell just an ebook, you don't really need to calculate the cover size because you can just use the exact same one with your book if you want. But for the sake of this tutorial, I'm just going to show you real quick how you can download a template for your cover. So you can go ahead and search for KDP cover calculator and then go ahead and click on the first thing that appears. And here you're going to want to enter your book information. First one, you want to choose your binding type. Again, this is going to be for physical book. If you're not going to create a physical book, you're going to want to create an ebook instead, go ahead and skip this part. So the binding type, let's say that I want to use hardcover for my book. And then we got the interior type. It's just going to be a premium color because it's a children's book, so I want it to be colorful. And white paper for the paper type. Then for the reading direction, I want it to be from left to right. The measurement units will be on inches, and the interior trim size, let's say it's going to be 6 by 9 inch. So there are indeed not many options for the hardcover one, so I'm just going to choose this for an example. And then you're going to want to add at least 24 pages for your book. So to play it safe, I'm going to add, let's say, 35 pages for my book. Alright, so apparently for the hardcover, we're going to need at least 76, but I think I'm going to switch it back to paperback instead so that we can have less pages. So the minimum page, which is the 24 minimum page that I just said earlier, can only work with the paperback one, so I'm going to choose 8.5 by 8.5 inch for this one and then go ahead and click calculate dimension. So in order to use this template, you don't want to right click and then save image. This is just an example. As you can see, what I chose was 8.5 by 8.5, but this one comes in the form of portrait instead of a square. So you're going to want to download your templates first, and then you can continue and upload it into your Canva and use it as a guide. So that is how you can get and download your KDP cover calculator. However, in this tutorial, I'm not going to be using that cover measurement. I'm just going to go ahead and start creating my design. So here on the top right of the screen, you'll find the create a design button. Go ahead and click on it. And I'm going to add my custom size. Don't forget to change the units to inches first, and I'm going to enter 8.5 by 8.5 for my book. Alright, and then I'm going to go ahead and click create new design. Now we're going to start by creating our book cover. So you're going to want to decide on what kind of children's book you want to create. I am going to be using the help of AI for this tutorial. However, if you do going to publish and sell these books, make sure that everything is original, because stealing other people's idea or just using the AI is definitely not cool. But for the sake of this tutorial, I'm just going to go ahead and use the help of ChatGPT for my script, and then I'm going to use Canva mostly for my illustrations. Now we can try to search for our templates for children's book cover. If you want, you can go ahead and type in children's book cover, or if you can find it, you can try to find children's book. And here are some of the example. And let's say that I want to use fairy tale as my book theme. So I'm going to try to find something that would say that, like this one's right here. It looks pretty cute, but again, using the exact same element and using it as it is not really cool, not really original. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and first of all change the title. So it's going to be Children's Fairy Tale Book. Alright, so I got that, and then I'm going to change the background to white. Oops, before that I'm going to go ahead and change the elements colors to yellow. Alright, so I got the ornaments or the elements change color to yellow, and for the title I think I'm going to use this blue like the one at the background, and now I'm going to change the background into white and we'll see how it looks like. Alright, so it looks something like this. I quite like it, but I would love to add some more element, so I'm going to search for some more pictures before I continue to the next page. Alright, so I added some more people or some more children's over here, and I tried adding up some mythical creatures, but somehow it just doesn't work. So I'm just going to go ahead and go to the next page. So in order to add our next page, we can just go ahead and click add page. Here I'm going to use this color as my background and use white as my text color. So I'm going to go ahead and color this page as blue, and then I'm going to add some ornament before I add my text. And you can use this first page as blank if you want, or maybe as a thank you page or some title page, etc. I'm just going to go straight into my stories. So here I'm going to search for a frame, then take a look at the graphic, and I will try to find a frame that I will like to use to decorate my pages. So this one's right here looks pretty cool. I'm just going to go ahead and make it a tiny bit smaller, and I'm going to choose white as the color. And then I'm going to copy this and paste it, and then I'm going to flip this horizontally so that it's going to have the exact same size with the one that I just created. Then I'm going to Ctrl C on both of them and Ctrl V to copy and paste it again, but now I'm going to flip it vertically so that I will have some things like this. Alright, that looks pretty cool, but I think I changed my mind. I'm just going to use yellow like how it originally comes, just to make it seems more colorful. Alright, this looks pretty nice, and now I'm going to add my text. So in order to add your text, you can go ahead and click on text right here, and then you can go ahead and choose on the type of font that you want. You can start by adding, let's say, a heading for here, and then you can click on this sections right here to try to find the font that you want to use for your book. Alright, so here is the first title page for my story. So it says chapter 1, The Mighty Dragon. What I did was I add two text box right here, and then I'm adding the dragon element. And now I'm going to go ahead and actually just duplicate this page so that I can get this frame right here without having to do it all over again. But I'm going to delete this part right here, and instead of having the whole frame like this, I'm going to go ahead and make all of them smaller like so, and I'm going to move this at the edge as well as this one, but these two I'm going to work as some sort of text box, so it looks something like this. And I'm also going to add another element, which is going to be a square element. This one's right here, and I'm going to bring this to the back, and I'm going to change this into white, but I'm going to lower the opacity so that it's not going to be too opaque. So maybe it's around this much, and then I'm going to stretch it so that it's going to fill in the whole bottom part right here, and then sending this all the way to the back. So it looks something like this. And I'm going to see if it looks better with the transparency all the way up. It kind of does, so I think I'm going to leave it just like this. And now I'm going to add my illustration as well as my text. Alright, so here is one of the example for my page. So you can go ahead and try to search for a background by typing in the type of things you want to search on Canva. And then you can go ahead and search for your main character, and put it on your page and arrange it to however you want it to be. And then you can go ahead and create it to the minimum of 24 page, but I always play safe, so I always play around 30 to 35 page just to make sure that it will not be rejected on Amazon KDP. And then once you're done with doing that, you can go ahead and download your book. First, you're going to want to download just the cover, and this one is going to be if you're going to sell this book as the ebook. You can go ahead and change this to JPG for the title, so I'm going to go ahead and choose that, and then I'm going to choose just the first page for my title, and then go ahead and click on download. And after that, you can then continue and download the rest of your page. You can go ahead and click on share, and then you can go ahead and download this in the form of PDF standard. Now, before you'll be able to upload this into Amazon KDP, you're going to want to change your format from PDF or whatever format it is to KDF, and that is the specific type of format that KDP is going to accept if you are going to sell your ebook. So I'm going to show you real quick. If we go to the KDF right here, you can then go ahead and click on create, and then let's say you want to sell it in the form of ebook. You can go ahead and click on create ebook right here, and then you can start and entering your book title, your language of the book, and then if you have a series, you can even add it to some series. And this edition number is optional, so I always skip this one whenever I uploaded an ebook to be sold. And then you can go ahead and add your author, the contributors, some descriptions, and then whether you have publishing rights or not, and then primary audience, etc. And then in order to upload your book to Amazon KDP, specifically for ebook, you're going to have to download this app that's called Kindle Create. So here you'll be able to change the format of your PDF or whatever format you have into the one that is acceptable on Amazon KDP. And that's basically it. That is how you can create a children's storybook for Amazon KDP. I hope this tutorial is helpful for you. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.